trade deals being felt worldwide, but moving on, and Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdoğan says he plans to speak with Vladimir Putin and Donald Trump this week to explore hosting a Ukraine peace summit in Istanbul. He spoke after Russian and Ukrainian delegations held talks there earlier. Erdoğan also highlighted Turkey's defence growth at the IDEF 2025 fair in Istanbul. He says defence industry potential rose from $20 billion to $80 billion under his leadership. Major global orders are increasing as Turkey strengthens its position on the world stage. Let's have a listen to what the Turkish president had to say.
Heyeti Sülaha'na geçmeden önce bizlerle Ankara'da bir araya geldi. Ben de kendilerini kabul ettim. Onlarla görüşmelerim oldu. Tabii bu arada Sayın Vladimir Putin'le görüşmem oldu ve bu görüşmelerde de kendilerinin desteğini istedik. Ve bundan sonraki süreçte de özellikle belki bu hafta içerisinde tekrar Sayın Putin'le ve bunun yanında Sayın Trump'la da görüşmeler yapmak suretiyle acaba bu liderleri bir araya İstanbul'da getirebilir miyiz? Bunun gayreti içerisinde.
Well, Raymond, thank you for staying with us. We have about a minute or so left, but I just want to very quickly look at a potential Ukraine peace summit. Of course, no real ground made in these three rounds of talks between Russia and Ukraine. What really needs to happen next, diplomatically, from global players to try and get an end to this war?
Well, you're absolutely right. What has to happen next is that global players, particularly the democracies, whether they be in North America, Europe, India, Japan, have to be involved in this process in order to bring Russia back to some sort of semblance of understanding that you can't simply throw out the principles of the United Nations, which are non-aggression and non-evasion, and go back to sort of a 19th century imperialistic approach. President Trump has learned something, it seems to me, from being in office for 6 months. He said he was going to solve this problem on day one. It was no problem for a negotiator, and that it would never have happened without him. And he's finding out that that is just absolutely not true. What has to happen is that Putin will be made to respond to international coordinated approach to stop this terrible killing and the violation of the values which have basically kept the peace internationally since the end of World War II. Without that, it's not going to work, and it is to be welcome that President Trump seems to be learning that his friend Putin, that he thought he could make a deal with on day one, really is not responsive to that approach.
Yes.
And now is the time for these great democracies to step up and try to restore the values which have kept the peace since World War II.
Raymond Vickery, thank you ever so much for taking the time to speak with us on both of those topics. All of the updates from potential peace discussions will be brought to you here on NewsX World, that between Russia and Ukraine. But we move on now and to Africa, where in Sudan at least 30 civilians were killed in a 2-day attack by the paramilitary Rapid Support Forces. That, according to War Monitor emergency lawyers. The assault took place in Brima Rashid village in West Kordofan. Victims included women and children. The group says RSF fighters also stormed hospitals, expelled patients and used the facilities for their wounded. Those who resisted were beaten or detained. Clashes have spread across nearby En Nahad, a key RSF-held city. There has not yet been an RSF response. The ongoing conflict with Sudan's army has now entered its 3rd year, displacing over 14 million and potentially killing tens of thousands of people. Well, that is all we have time for. We'll be back very soon with